I just want to let everybody know, those of you that have called the Awake Hotline, thank you very much. People that call the Awake Hotline usually have the same thing. They can't get a hold of anybody. They can't talk to anybody in their family. The elders don't care, don't give a damn. The governing body, Watchtower, they don't care. They don't care. They just don't care. And so people call the Awake Hotline, and thank you for it. I try to answer every call. They don't call me every week. They're not regulars. If you do need regular help, there's people on the jwcrisis.org on the emergency support section where you can actually pay money, because if you need professional help, by all means get it, pay for it. It's good to pay money and invest in yourself. For the help that you need. But yeah, if you're going through a judicial committee, the elders want to get a hold of you and have a committee, you need a lawyer, a Jehovah lawyer. That's what I'm here for. So you definitely call me. I can help you with that. But it's there because the reason I have the Wake Hotline is there because the governing body and the body of elders all throughout the Jehovah's Witness organization have billions of dollars at their disposal. Literally billions of dollars, and they can't even have a phone number or a place where people can go and get the help that they need. Now, and the reason they don't do that is because you don't want elders, regular pioneers, taking those phone calls, because they'll be like, what the hell? What are we doing? This is what we're doing behind closed doors? The reason I'm doing this video is we're going to put a little star here for this lady. She's down in Mexico. Where I'm from, in my hometown in Yuma, Arizona, there's a little city down south called San Luis, but my family is from San Luis in Mexico, Rio Colorado, Sonora. That's where we're from. And my dad grew up there in the 50s fixing jukeboxes. My mom and dad are from farther south Mexico, but in their teenage years, that's where they were at. And San Luis, Rio Colorado. And somebody texted me this Facebook post. We're going to read it, and it definitely deserves a star. And speaking of stars, guys, apostasy is a full-time job. I haven't put the Phoenix protest stars up, but there's other ones out there. Send me an email at Gilbert@JWCrisis and say, hey, Gilbert, you got to put the star over here. You got to put the star over here. Just put, star on the map on the email, and we'll make sure everybody gets the recognition they deserve, because it's good. I don't want to live in a religion when we don't recognize the efforts of our brothers and sisters. I don't want to live in a world where we don't recognize the efforts and the contributions that our peers and our forefathers have done. And that's the American way. In America, we like to recognize the hard work of men and women that make this world a better place. And in the Jehovah's Witness, ex-Jehovah's Witness community, there's a lot of people that are doing very good work, and they should be recognized. And that's what we want to do. So I'm going to read you this Facebook post. I'm not on Facebook, but those of you who are on Facebook, you can find her and give her the 2 thumbs up and the moral support. And when you see this, you're going to see that we're winning. Team Apostate is winning. We're winning because all of you, every single one of you, is encouraging other people to get their message out, right? To do what Jesus said, to shine your light. Let everybody know the kind of person that you are, that you're a person who's not afraid to tell the truth, and that's what you're going to see here. So, those of you on Facebook, go ahead and let this young lady know that we're behind her, and we'll do whatever we can in our power to help expose the lies, the cover-up of the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. So here you go. Nancy Scottiel. This is Casiano Lua. He is from San Luis, Mexico. He was my step-uncle. He is a pedophile and my abuser. He sexually molested me twice. After the first time it happened, I told my mother. She said, if it happens again, let me know. It happened again. I told her again. She told my stepdad, who was an elder at the time. I then had to tell him in detail what happened. He went to the elders of the uncle's congregation and told them what happened. The elders asked if there was a second witness to the abuse. Of course there wasn't, because abuse is always in private. Since there wasn't one, they all did nothing. Nothing happened.
The uncle was still allowed to come to our home for family gatherings. No one was warned about him. I started to resent the elders, my parents, the religion, and God. I rebelled and no longer wanted to be a Jehovah's Witness. I wanted a normal life. At 14, my parents kicked me out of my home. I came back to the US. At 15, I became extremely depressed and started cutting. My mother found out. Around the same time, my stepdad's sister came forward to him that the uncle was doing far worse to her for over a year. And there she was, my brave step-aunt, my second witness. I went back to Mexico to have a meeting with the elders from the uncle's congregation. There were about 4 or 5 elders. I had to sit in front of them while they questioned me about what happened. I had to give them details while they made their idiotic faces at me. They were hostile towards me. They asked me if I liked it. They asked me if I had done something to entice it. They are disgusting. I was going to have to confront the uncle face to face to get him to admit what he did. That never happened because when he arrived, he refused to enter. Coward. After this, the only thing that happened to him was that he could not have privileges in his congregation. That's it? He was not shunned? He was not disfellowshipped? My parents did not cut contact with him. The family was still not warned. The congregation was still not warned that they had a predator among them. My parents did not go to the police. It is against the religion's policy to report this to police because it would bring reproach on Jehovah. When I would question my parents, they always told me, leave it in Jehovah's hands or Jehovah's hands. This ruined my relationship with my parents. My stepfamily in Mexico never knew this. They viewed me as a worldly person who rejected God, someone who has Satan in her heart, someone who put my parents through misery. I had family who shunned me because I was not a Jehovah Witness, all while they associated with a pedophile. Well, for years I have left it in Jehovah's hands. No more. He has done nothing, and I'm not going to wait for their Armageddon to see if anything is done. I'm taking the responsibility back. The policies of the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society and Jehovah's Witness protect pedophiles. This religion will not silence me any longer. My stepfamily will not silence me, and my parents will not silence me. I will no longer be a victim. This is my story, and I am a survivor of sexual abuse.